Hi guys, it's me Mariam. I'm here with my red smoky eye tutorial that I promised you guys in my last wig review. I hope you guys enjoy. So first off, I'm going to start off with my eyebrows. I'm going to be using the Anastasia brow pomade in the color Ebony. I'm using an angled brush. And I'm just sculpting out my brows. Now I'm going to sculpt my eyebrows with the E.L.F concealer brush. This is what it looks like. First I'm going to go in with the light concealer right under my brow bone, right where the arch is. And that's just going to give us a nice highlight when we add our highlight color. It's going to cover up those hairs that we haven't necessarily got a chance to go to get our eyebrows done. You want to make everything as straight as possible. Now I'm just wiping off that excess light concealer, and I'm going in with a darker tone concealer. Not necessarily my skin shade, but maybe like a shade lighter. Okay. And then we're going to just use the rest that we have on our brush and clean up the top. Okay. And then I'm going to take my other E.L.F concealer brush. It's called Flawless Concealer Brush, and it's just a floofy brush. I'm just gonna blend out those harsh lines that we have around our eyebrows. So, I'm very obsessed with eyebrows because I was not blessed with very thick ones. So, my obsession was to make them perfect. So, I've been filling in my eyebrows for I don't even know how long. I want to say maybe I started 8th grade. I haven't stopped. Not necessarily shaping them, but always filling them in. Yep. And then if I don't, let's say I took too much off with the concealer, I just go back in with my angled brush and just fill in the spots that I need to. And right now what I'm doing is just basically taking the eyebrows back for them to look a little more natural and less like a unibrow. And I'm just kind of fading them out in the front just a little bit. Okay, so now eyebrows are done. So now we're going to go into our eyelids. Right now I'm taking, wrong concealer. Now I'm taking the LA Girl, oh, and the concealers that I'm using, by the way, is the LA Girl Pro Concealer. Everything's going to be in the description box when I'm done, so I apologize for that. Right now I'm using another LA Girl Pro Concealer in Toffee. And what I'm going to be doing is putting that all over my lids to mute out the color because we are using red. And we really want that red to pop. And you're going to go back in with that floofy E.L.F. concealer blending brush. Okay, now I'm going to be going into my 88 color palette from BH Cosmetics, and it's the matte eyeshadow palette. So the two colors that we're mainly going to be focusing on for the lid are this color and the bottom color. So those two colors. Alright, we're going to be using those two colors on our mobile lid. The next brush I'm going to be using is technically a concealer brush from E.L.F, but I'm using it as a eyeshadow brush. It looks like this. So in the inner corner, that's where we're going to start with the bright red. So we're going to bring all from the inner corner all the way to halfway. Now we're going to go into that deep red color, and then we're going to put that all over the rest of where we didn't put the bright red. And we're kind of going to blend it in with it. Kind of overlapping on it, but not going all the way to the inner corner. That makes any sense. This right here, from here to here, we're not going to be putting any of that dark red. So now I'm going to be going in with my Wet n Wild palette. It's called Panther or 255D. So 255D, and it's a single palette. So that's what it looks like. I'm going in with my E.L.F. contour brush. I'm going to be putting that on my outer V. And sweeping it over to the crease. Now I'm taking my Wet n Wild blending brush and just blending that black out. So next, in the crease color where the black is, we're going to be putting this purple. And between the black and the red, we're going to be putting this purple color. And I'm using my Real Techniques base shadow brush. Now I'm going to go right above the black with my MAC Mineral Skin Finish in Deep Dark. It's just a transition color. Just to help with the harshness of the black. And then we're also going to go above here with an orange color as well. And then we're going to do that by doing so with my angled highlighter brush from Real Technique as well. And we're going to go in with this orange color from the Wet n Wild palette. It's the Art in the Street palette, 391A. We're going to go in with that orange color at the top. Now we're going to go back inside with that red. We're going to hit the inner corner of the red shade first. And I'm going to tap it in there. Then we're going to go back into the darker red, hit it in the middle. Then I'm going to go just hit the black a little bit and blend this part out one more time. Now I'm going to take that same brush and with the excess we're just going to hit it in our inner corner. We're going to be sweeping that black under there as well. Back in the BH Cosmetic, the 88 matte color palette, and we're going to go in with this light color right here. And we're going to hit that right in our brow bone area. If you get too much on it, just tap off the excess. So now we're going to go into foundation. So now I'm going in with the wipe just to wipe off the excess shadow and fallout that fell on my face. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with the Stay Matte Primer from Rimmel. My skin gets really oily, so I need something to combat the oil. And so far so good. It works pretty good for drugstore. Got it from Walmart. Put it all over, everywhere that I get oily. So I'm gonna let that dry. For some people who are wondering what it looks like, this is it. Now that that's kind of dry, I'm going in with my new foundation. It's the Time Wise Matte Wear Liquid Foundation from Mary Kay. Looks like that. And my shade is Bronze 8. So this is my first time trying it, so we'll see. What I'm going to be using to blend is my E.L.F. powder brush. Looks like this with a flat head. And I'm just going to be spraying the E.L.F. Makeup Mist and Set. Now I'm going into my LA Girl concealer in the shade Chestnut. And I'm going to be putting that under my eye as a highlight. And I'm going to be mixing that with Fawn Maybe, if I decide that this color payoff is not really what I want. But so far so good. And because my face is round, I really don't want to go all the way out there, so I'm just focusing right underneath my eye. And because we did that under eye shadow, we're not going all the way up like I usually do. It's gonna go right underneath it. Gonna go down the bridge of my nose, just a little bit here, and my chin. That's about it. Okay, so now I have a damp beauty blender, and I'm gonna be blending all of this out. And if you happen to get under where you did your little shading, okay, you can go back and shade it out. Put more. And now I'm gonna go and set this with the loose powder. It's a loose powder from Black Opal. Okay, so now I'm going to contour my nose and cheeks and all that good stuff. Oh, and what I'm using to contour is the Black Radiance pressed powder in ebony. And I'm just using the E.L.F. defining eye angled brush on my nose. It's just a floofy angled brush. And then I'm going to contour my hollows of my cheeks. And what I do, I use the NYX palette in the Battery Pack Brown 793, and I use the dark brown on the bottom. And then I mix that with the ebony pressed powder. So I go in with the brown, dark brown from the NYC, not NYX, but the NYC palette, and I start from the top, and then I work my way in, and going up with it. Same thing on the other side. Then I take the ebony and I go right over that. Always brushing up. And then I go in around, I mix the two together. Good. Then blend everything out with my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Deep Dark. So I'm going to go in with Marc Jacobs Highliner Gel Liner in the color Black. So it's a Highliner Gel Crown. Now I'm going to go in with my mascara by Maybelline. It's the Push Up Drama Lashes. And here's the completed look.